This one was channeled when I was on the road and I saw 4 crows. So I counted them, but I also, as I was counting them, I kept hearing 1, 2, 3, 4. And then as I kept driving, because I passed these 4 crows, they were like picking at a receipt. So I know it has to do with something written. It could be like a deed of a house or something, some kind of paperwork, or maybe manifestations, or some sort of like energy work that somebody did. But they were picking at this receipt, like they were, and it felt like 4 people were in judgment. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I don't know if I'm gonna describe the 4 different people. Okay, so they want me to do a pick a card reading, I guess, and there's gonna be 4 different energies represented by the 4 different crows. So I guess there'll be 4 piles. They're saying some of you may pick more than one, and that's totally fine. This is a timeless reading. This is a general reading. This feels like I'm talking to other psychics or divine collective energies, because they keep calling me High Priestess. I heard some of you are stepping into your power finally. Okay. What is the first energy or the piles for pile number 1? Pile number 1. Pile number 1. Speak clearly, please. Pile number 1. So pile number 1 is a main male. Pile number 2. Pile number 2. There's a married couple involved in pile number 2. Pile number 3 is represented by the courthouse, which could be like a physical court case in the physical realm or spiritual realm, but judgment is here. And pile number 4 is having to do with your work or what you do for a living, with occupation. So we're gonna head, for my clear audience people, I'm gonna go ahead and ring the bell 4 times so you guys can choose through your clear audience ability, because this feels like I'm talking to other High Priestesses, and I have to respect that. For pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4. Hi loves, I am back with another message. This is if you are here, if you chose pile number 4, which is occupation. It's having to do with what you do for a living, or your passion, or your purposes. That was clarified, your purposes. This is a general reading, so only I am asking your higher self to only take what is yours and leave what is not. I am open for personal readings. All of the information is down below, and you are more than welcome to also look at any of the other piles that you were pulled to. Why? I don't know if you guys can see it, but when you burn Palo Santo and it releases that type of black smoke, it's normally negative energy. So I'm gonna go ahead and cleanse that out. I already cleansed this space, but I was also called to do it on camera. So may the viewer and the collective be cleansed from all low vibrational energies, all evil eye, all black magic, all hexes. May it all be returned to sender immediately. May it all be returned to sender immediately. May it all be returned to sender immediately. The collective is clear. and all blocks are removed as I say this. The collective is clear of all blocks, and all blocks are removed from their purposes, from their passions, from what they're supposed to be doing in life. The collective is free from any blocks regarding their success, regarding their money, regarding their divine purposes. There you go. See what a difference. Okay, we shall start. Oh, look at this rose petal. It looks like a heart. That's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna leave it because I love it. Okay, so let me go ahead out and cleanse my hands. Only my benevolent ancestors, benevolent angels like Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, all of my benevolent guides, all of my spiritual ancestors that guide and protect me. I ask for all of you to step up now so I can give clear messages to the collective from my heart and my soul and my higher self. Thank you, higher self, for stepping up. Thank you, higher self, for stepping up. Thank you, higher self, for stepping up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and ground the energy. It is loud, so if you are wearing headphones, please remove them or turn down the volume. You can always unplug them or disconnect them so you can take in the medicine of the bells. Thank you for grounding the energy for pile 4. Golden dragon, step up. Golden dragon, step up. Golden dragon, step up. May all blocks regarding the collective's divine path be removed. May all blocks regarding the collective's divine plan be removed. May all money blocks be removed. May all money blocks be removed. May all money blocks be removed. The collective is successful in their higher calling. The collective is successful in their higher calling. The collective is successful in their higher calling. Okay, where am I starting? So again, this might have to do regarding your job. For some, you could actually be fashion designers because they're pointing to the thread in the sewing machine. So, or you do something with fashion. So some of you might be creatives. For some, you guys could be bringing more like your ancestral roots and their fashions and like making it your own up to the like forefront, but you educate through the way that you make your clothes. Like there's something unique about the way you express your creativity. For some, I am hearing you guys are immigrant lawyers. I heard lawyer and then I heard immigration. Great, they fell already. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I found more cards that were down there that I completely forgot about. You have Sagittarius, so some of you might be Sagittarius. And I found my Archangel Michael. I don't know if you can see it. My Archangel Michael necklace charm. These are, I'm working on some pieces with that charm right now. So if you want to pre-order, all my information is down below as well. I found my rosemary that I was wondering where it went. So some of you might be worried about being respected, or like your craft being respected, or you might be receiving judgment from others regarding what you do for a living, or regarding what you're passionate about. My left ear is really, really hot, so if you're experiencing that, please pay attention to this reading. There might be an emotional manipulator that's doing this judgment. But I'm going to tell you right now, if this is really close to your heart, the only validation should come for yourself, from yourself to yourself. From your soul, from your heart, from the joy you feel while creating these things, while walking in your purposes. For my immigrant lawyers, while you fight for the lives of people that just want a better life. I never understood human-made borders. I'm gonna keep it honest with you. But here we go. Okay. Grateful optimism, joyous view of the future. So they are asking you to please remain positive. Again, as long as you feel joy while walking in your purposes, or while doing whatever you do for a living, or while creating. I feel like I'm talking to a lot of creative people, a lot of very honorable people. Like, they love what they do for a living. They're not just doing it for their paycheck. They do it because they love what they do. They love helping people. They love inspiring people. They love bringing more of a positive optimism, or a grateful optimism, to people. Then you have tenderness, true love, and compassion. So again, just confirming what I was picking up on. Telepathy, transmission, perception, communication. Some of you can be very gifted when it comes to speaking and communicating certain messages. It could be through music, it could be through poetry, it could be through tarot readings, it could be, maybe you just are like speakers or inspirational speakers. But there's something about your energy as you're like communicating whatever message you are communicating. People actually like stop and listen to you. So obviously the people that might be like emotional manipulators around you are not too happy with you finding your purpose and walking in it. Like, but that's not your problem. That's just, sometimes that happens when, for whatever reasons, they chose not to, right? Or they were not able to, or they didn't have the privileges you had. So this is more like, focus on what you can control, not on, you can never control the opinions of others. You can never control the projections of others. You can only respect that they are only that, projections. You can respect that you deserve your success. You can respect that you've been working very hard at whatever it is that you are doing for a living. But this feels like my generational like breakers, like my cycle breakers, like the ones that are choosing to in a way build their own path. For some, you could come from immigrant parents. For some, you are immigrant creatives, because you're showing me DACA. And if you do not know, I am calling for you guys to please support the farm workers that are marching in California right now in whatever way you can. If you live in California, make sure they're hydrated, make sure they're receiving the support, the food that they need, the resting at whatever resting area they are at. It all depends on, you know, how fast they are walking as well. So just keep, I'll link some profiles that you can follow so you can keep like updated with that, because they're showing me the profiles that I'm like, they're making me think of certain people right now, and I know that they're with the farm workers. For some of you guys are like into philanthropy, like you guys are all about balance in the earth and making sure that the oppressed have a voice. That might be what the communication here is like talking about. But a lot of you guys move through your heart. For some, you guys could be animal protectors, and you can have a telepathy with animals here, with telepathy and the way she's kissing the giraffe. There's a wolf here, and there's ibis birds as well, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, what else? Where am I going? You want me to pull from the Starseed Oracle? Some of you could be star seeds. Can we clarify grateful optimism, joyous view of the future? For some, other people might not understand your vision and what you're trying to do for a living, or what the path you're trying to build, but it's okay. The vision wasn't given to them, it was given to you. So just make sure you stay loyal to you. Like, if you're a very hard worker when it comes to working for other people, give yourself the same respect, or even more in that case, because you know that there's a responsibility that comes with walking in your purposes. There's a responsibility that comes with creating with intention. There's a responsibility that comes while speaking up for the people that do not have a voice or are ignored when it comes to like the bigger picture. Okay. Starbathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission. You have 2 cards from 2 different decks that are talking about transmission and activation. So I might be talking to my tarot readers, I might be talking to my high priestesses, high priests, tenderness. But this is, a lot of you work very strongly with your throat chakra, called soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Woo! That's very clear. Okay. And they're calling you to step up through love, step up through compassion, step up through your soul, through your heart. Like, make sure you're working or you're creating through your heart chakra, through your soul. Soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. And I want you to see, like, she's walking towards that portal that's opening for her. They're showing me what I saw earlier in the week. I was driving and I saw a big semi that had like a bunch of things on it, but the only thing that stuck out to me was your door. Like, it was part of the phrase. I don't remember what it said, but all I heard was your door. And then I saw like a door opening, which could be regarding this, like your doors are opening. Do not let other people's doubt fill you with self-sabotage. Do not let anything stop you from walking through that door, please. Okay? Telepathy. Can we clarify telepathy? A new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. I got chills when I said that. For some of you, you guys are realizing that it's okay if other people do not understand your vision, as long as you do. They're telling you to hold that vision, like I said earlier. Like, don't let anybody fill you with doubt. Okay? Now I'm hearing a song by Spiritual Tony. If you guys are into like music that uplifts you and puts you in the right frequency, where you guys like to work with music while you're working at whatever it is that you're working, like for my creatives, or for the people that are, you know, writing their speeches for the immigrant lawyers that they're gonna represent in the court cases. I don't know, but this feels like in one of his songs he's talking about how like it's more than just rap. It's him making sure he's walking in his purposes, and he's having that transmission and that communication with divine, and he's like creating through his divinity. Okay? And that as scary as it is to step through that door, as scary as it is to leave your comfort zone, because he was saying like it wasn't easy to say goodbye to his mom, you know, and to like leave his home, his nest, but he knew that he had to deal with no doubt. Like, he knew he had to like go all in with it. And for a lot of the people that are creating their own path, it's not easy, because we don't always have the answers and we don't always see what the next move is. We just kind of always have these ideas, and it's like, what idea are we going to focus on? What project are we going to put into action? What project are we manifesting from the spiritual realm into the physical realm, right? For some of you, they're showing me the root chakra, so make sure you are healing and unblocking your root chakra. Your root chakra is connected to your inner child and your parents. So if you have any, like if your parents are the ones that are not being supportive, or if your parents are very supportive and have been very supportive, or if they already started that path for you, when it, like if they already immigrated to the US or to any other country where you're at, but if they already did that big first scary move for you, it's kind of like you have this responsibility to continue to walk with no fear, because they had to leave the fear to the side when they made such a huge life-changing choice, when they literally risked it all, like risked their life, risked your life, you know, to kind of have a better chance at the American dream. And just because not all dreams are grounded doesn't mean it cannot happen. And just because it might be harder for the people of color does not mean that it won't ever happen. Because imagine if Emiliano Zapata had the mentality of like, oh well, why would I fight for my people? We're not gonna get anywhere, you know, like what? He wouldn't have gotten the land back for the people that were working the land. He wouldn't have done all of the courageous things that him and his people did to defend the poor people, to get the land back from the rich people. So please do not limit yourself by other people's judgments or opinions. But a lot of you guys are the ones that are raising the frequency to this new earth, that are manifesting this new earth through the things that you are called to step up to. They're wanting me to read called, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so I'm reading called. Soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. You came to earth with a double mission, to grow as a soul and to bring about a shift in consciousness. The best way to fulfill these personal and collective purposes is to trust what it is that your soul is calling you toward, for it's encoded within the most direct path forward. Your soul has many unique gifts that it came here to share. Some of you may already be aware of, others just beginning to uncover. You're being called to remember that your soul intelligently chose the perfect conditions to carry out your soul's mission and share your soul gifts. If you're being called toward a creative project, a passion, or an adventure, this card is your confirmation that you're facing the right way and that this moment right here is destined. If you're feeling underprepared or think, who am I to do that? This card is guiding you to step up and take the leap. And consider perhaps that your soul has been training for this moment right here for lifetimes. Place a card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. So this is an affirmation you can do as, I'm going to hold it up for you as you're looking at this card. And put your hands over your heart and you can say it after I say it. I call forth the soul gifts and soul training that I've received through all of my lifetimes. I'm ready to embody them all now, without hesitation or fear. I fully commit to being here now. I'm ready to step into my soul's highest and most potent calling. I've been training for this for lifetimes. I'm going to do it 2 more times so it grounds, okay? I call forth the soul gifts and soul training that I've received throughout all of my lifetimes. I'm ready to embody them all now, without hesitation or fear. I fully commit to being here now. I'm ready to step into my soul's highest and most potent calling. I've been training for this for lifetimes. I call forth the soul gifts and soul training that I've received through all of my lifetimes. I'm ready to embody them all now, without hesitation or fear. I fully commit and being here now. I'm ready to step into my soul's highest and most potent calling. I've been training for this for lifetimes. Now they want me to explain how scared I was to even start the whole readings of cards and tarot readings and oracle readings, and how I was like, I don't know any of this, you know. And I was gonna do a reading for one of, like, a person I knew at the time, and I kid you not, during my sleep, like while I was dreaming, I was being trained. And it's kind of like I received all of this wisdom from my past lifetimes of like, this card means this card means that. But the best thing you can always do is stay present, so you can receive the intuitive downloads that you're receiving at that present time. Like, they told me how important it is to, like, example, how earlier, like, I had to point out that Sagittarius fell on the floor, you know, from a previous reading I did, or things like that, or like, nothing is a coincidence, it's all part of the reading in a way. Or like, if you hear a ding after you say some certain things, it's confirmation. But it's basically like, there's no room for me to doubt myself while I'm doing readings. There's no room for fear, because that would just invite lower vibrations into the reading, and that will be me reading out of my ego, not my soul. So just be aware of like how important it is for you to believe in yourself. And I'm gonna tell you what my dad told me, which is, I do believe in you, but that doesn't mean anything if you don't believe in yourself. And it was kind of like him confirming that I was looking for validation outside of me, when the validation that I needed was just from me. Like, I needed to believe in myself in order to be able to commit and take the responsibilities that I know I need to take when it comes to walking in my purposes and doing what I love doing for a living, you know. And not only doing it for the paycheck or for the money, but doing it because this is what I love to do. Like, I don't get paid for these YouTube readings, but at the end of the day, after I complete these readings, the light flickered, I don't know if you caught it. It's still flickering. I have this sense of like fulfillment, and I have this sense of like I got this huge weight off my shoulders, like, because for empathic people, for people that do what I do and that are very intuitive, it's not easy doing what we do. Like, it takes a lot of our energy. And sometimes, like yesterday, I had to do a reading like late at night because my left temple wouldn't stop hurting, and I know it was like an important reading, which it will post. I'm recording this on Sunday, and it'll post today at 11:11 because I'm respecting the message of the reading. You'll see why. But like, I'm like, okay, well then I really have to do the fourth pile, because like I want to be able to say that all 4 piles are done, because I'm not gonna be happy until I know all 4 piles are done. Okay, but it's like I had to do that one, even though I know I still had to do the 4th pile, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you have to be intuitive when it comes to doing what you're doing, and you have to be in flow and be open to, if it didn't work out the way you wanted it to work out, it's because there's something better that's trying to brew, and there's something better. It'll work out in a better way, like in a way that you couldn't have even imagined. And that's when you're in flow, like when you're open to what creation is trying to help you create, you know. But they want me to also read A New Earth, so give me a second. Okay, so I'm reading this one, A New Earth. It's happening, keep holding the vision. Don't give up now, you're closer than you think. I know it's hard to hold the frequency of a new age when it feels as if so much is crumbling and so many are losing faith. This is your sign that you're facing the right direction. You have a great gift in being able to see the potential of things before they exist. Tend to the new seeds, dream them into existence. Don't lose faith now, keep your focus fixed. Planting new seeds and bringing about a shift of the ages is no mean feat. It requires extreme trust and radical vision. If you pull this card, it's a reminder to have faith. You chose to be here, to be part of this global shift. Whether you're bringing it about through prayer and meditation, or through working on a new project, job, or creation, keep going. It's happening. Don't give up now. The world needs more dreamers like you, more people with hope in their hearts. The road ahead may not be plain sailing. Ushering in a new age in times of change never is. You're being encouraged to remember that what you've been working toward for so long is almost here. Don't question yourself now. Don't waver. Dig your devotion deep, for if you do, in the not too distant future, you'll be able to sit back and watch all that you've so carefully planted and nurtured grow and bloom. It's possible. Keep focusing on your dreams. You're closer than you think. And then the question you can ask yourself is, how can I keep holding the vision? Okay? How can I keep holding the vision? The numbers here that are sticking out are 22, number 9, and 44. They're showing me somebody writing, so some of you might be writers or are into writing. Like I said earlier, it could be songs, it could be poetry, it could be them wanting you to write your affirmations. Spring. See your seeds grow. So this is, if you were pulled to this pile, it's because all your hard work is like, you're seeing it grow right now. And it could be like you're right before, like, because it tends to happen, speaking from experience, like right before I'm about to give up on something because everything is just going to shit. And like there's like, it just, I feel blocked, or I feel like everything keeps going wrong. It's like all a blessing in disguise, because you gotta really push through. It's kind of like giving birth, right? You cannot avoid the pain. Yes, you have that epidural and medicine that can help like reduce the pain, but at the end of the day, that baby needs to be birthed. Like, you cannot skip through the birthing process, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you still have to push, you still have to allow your body to give birth to the baby, you know, just like you have to allow your spirit to bring in whatever it is, your job, your project, your business, to be birthed into this physical realm. So it's like, I feel like I'm talking to the people that are like maybe not seeing the fruits of their labor yet, or they are not where they want to be yet when it comes to their projects or their businesses. Trust me, I'm right there with you. But the worst thing you can do is give up. The best thing you can do is like push through. It's kind of like what I was saying in one of the other readings, which is like the marathon continues. You cannot give up when you're like so close to the finish line, you know? Like, you, even if you're tired as shit, you're exhausted as shit, if it's not working out this way, there's a reason. So ask yourself, like, how can I make this work? How can I bring more success into what I'm doing? It might be that you just need a little more extra belief in yourself, more faith in yourself, and you need to remember why you're doing it. Because I tend to do that. I tend to remind myself, like, why I do what I do. Why do I create art? Why do I focus on certain things when it comes to like wanting to help my people, my community? Why do I focus on being present with kids if there's kids around me? Because they need to be heard. They need to understand that, you know, their voice matters, just like your voice matters, just like your expression matters, just like your feelings are valid, just like your vision is valid. So don't give up on whatever vision you have been trying to birth, is what I'm feeling here. For some of you, a bunny could be, or like rabbits could be important. For some of you, you guys could work with Ixchel. She's the Mayan goddess of the moon, and there's a rabbit that is always presented with her because they believe that there's like a rabbit image in the moon. And it also represents fertility, which also goes back to the birthing message, right? Fire guardian, ignite your passions. This is talking about the sacral chakra, basically, and how you create through your, like, if you're very creative, you're also a very sexual being, like, which there's nothing wrong with sexuality or being sexual or being tapped into your sexuality, or manifesting through your orgasms, if I'm being honest. So you have spring and you have winter here. Take care of your needs. While you're working hard in your passions, please do not forget to rest. Please do not forget to kind of be aware of your priorities and what you need to focus on at the moment. Mother Earth, feel loved and comforted. And I want to read this card because it's a really beautiful message. Some of you could be water signs, because I just realized this one flipped. Water guardian, connect with your emotions. Like I was saying earlier, sometimes maybe you just need to remember why you're doing what you're doing, why you're being pulled to certain things, you know? Okay. Feel loved and comforted. Allow yourself to be cherished. Mother Earth is protecting you with the shield of love and light. Mother Earth is the female counterpart to Father Sky. It's auspicious to receive this card because in the eyes and heart of Mother Earth, you are her child, and she is highly protective of her baby and will give you everything you need to grow and expand. Mother Earth is only covered by leaves in this card, showing the vulnerability of the earth. Every day she experiences challenges that she has to adapt to and overcome. Her energy, represented by the symbol of the pagan triple goddess, maiden, mother, and crone, behind her, can help you adapt as the changes of life come your way. You may have felt overwhelmed or out of control emotionally recently, but you are now moving back to your natural center, and that will bring you to a place of clarity and openness. If you have felt ungrounded, know that Mother Earth is here to root you and help you regain your sense of strength. You may not feel like a child, but in the eyes of the divine, you are a child of light, and it's important you know that and feel loved. If you have had challenges with your mother or with being a mother yourself, know that the energies of mother healing are with you to help clear any ancestral blockages that are preventing you from making this sacred love connection. You are being guided to make choices that are based on love. 55 is important with page 55. And just so you know, I just had to get a new candle of Virgen de Guadalupe, which to me it's Tonantzin, which is Mother Earth energy, the divine feminine energy. But she is somebody that births, right? And when I was lighting her, I was thanking her for just giving me the divine wisdom I need to give clear messages to you from the heart, and like the messages that spirit wants me to give to the collective. Is that all? You want me to pull from the past life oracle? This is feeling more like an oracle reading, but hey, like I said earlier, I gotta go with what I'm told.